Amsterdam is one of the prime tourist destinations in Europe and capital city of Netherlands. With its rich heritage, narrow houses and amazing canal system, is truly one of the best places to visit in the Netherlands. Amsterdam isn't a huge city, but there are quite a few attractions and things to do. I have been a couple of times there. Now I'm basing on my 2 days in Amsterdam itinerary. Will show you just how many things there to do and how many places to visit. A country of campers. The Netherlands is without doubt the country for campings. It's a stereotype that Dutch are always traveling with their caravans. That is why for the first time we stayed at Veluwe's Holiday Park in Holland. It is about 1 hour 70 minutes away from the Amsterdam Central. It is really nice park and camping ground, middle of the nature. You will feel like you are sleeping and staying in the middle of the forest. This is our Taylor house. It's look very tiny but beautiful. Let's have a look. House with stylish decor and living space, very well maintained, I must say. Amazing accommodation, furnished tastefully with equipped kitchen. Extremely cool, mobile home. I just want to live here forever. Exploring the beautiful canals by boat is one of the must in Amsterdam. The Dutch canal system was created to combat the perennial flooding the Netherlands endured in the 1600s. The frequent flooding wreaked havoc with the Dutch, causing loss of life, loss of incomes and creating financial hardship for its citizens. But today, these canals are one of the main reasons that make Amsterdam so much popular. Basically, most of the canal tours are started from the central station, which costs 10 to 15 euros.
Von denen wir hier einige sehen. Heute verhält es sich etwas anders. Hausboote sind gegenwärtig sehr beliebt. Alle Hausboote besitzen einen Gas-, Wasser- und Elektrizitätsanschluss. Für diese treibenden Häuser werden ziemlich hohe Beträge hingeblättert.
Because the clock was off for a considerable time.
Rechts sehen Sie den Montelban-Sturm, einen alten Verteidigungsturm, dessen unterer Teil aus dem 15. Jahrhundert datiert. Während der obere Teil erst im 17. Jahrhundert hinzukam. Der Turm wurde früher The Neue Jagd genannt. Der verrückte Jagd.
Canals of the city. In the past, the city walls were on your right-hand side.
Die Gracht, durch die wir jetzt fahren, heißt Oude Schans. Auch sie ist eine alte Verteidigungsgracht der Stadt. Auf der rechten Seite befand sich früher die Stadtmauer.
As some others have said, this bridge is better seen from down on the water from a boat tour. The ornate lanterns, blue bridge add to the beauty of the bridge. The bridge is quite large and goes over the Amstel River, which connects Rembatplein area with Waterlooplein area.
Ein schwimmendes chinesisches Restaurant. Es ist die Kopie eines bekannten Hongkonger Restaurants mit dem Namen Jumbo. Jumbo hat übrigens 5000 Sitzplätze. Unser Sea Palace nur 700.
Links ziet u het schip.
The largest and most famous museum in Amsterdam is Rijksmuseum, a stunning building that has a similar design and style to the Central Station. Don't skip visiting this museum if you want to explore world-famous painting from the Dutch Golden Age. Before I Am Amsterdam sign was in front of Rijksmuseum. If you are looking for this sign, just so you know, sign was moved from this location. The Royal Palace of Amsterdam is open to the public and located in Dam Square. It was originally built as a town hall, however it was later used as a palace for the Dutch royal house. The central house is over 100 feet long and its marble floor contains a huge and detailed map of the world. The world map shows that exploration of the Dutch East India Company. The Waterlooplein Flea market is the oldest and biggest market in Amsterdam. It's like a giant flea market. Everything and everyone can be found here. People sell second-hand clothes, antiques, bicycles, and much more. You can also find new and unused items. If there's something you want, you will probably find it here. Even if you don't, it's a fun place to explore and watch the people. We stumbled on this Spinoza statue when we were strolling around Waterlooplein market. He was a Dutch philosopher with a Jewish background who had strong belief on freedom could be found along Amstel River. For enjoying panorama view of the Amsterdam city, you can go Adam Lookout. A free ferry goes every 10 minutes from the central station to the other end of the Headies. This short 5-minute boat ride will get you to the other side of the city. Once you have crossed the river, head to the Adam Lookout and enjoy a crazy panorama view of the Amsterdam city. It also offers a crazy swing over the top of the building. The entry is included in the I Am Amsterdam card, by the way, but not the swing. Before experiencing a coffee shop, it is important to know that in Amsterdam, a cafe and coffee house are both different from a coffee shop. As we all know, a cafe is usually a casual restaurant or bar, and a coffee house sells coffee, pastries, of course. And whereas a coffee shop is where you can legally smoke weed or hash and eat space cake. These licensed coffee shops are spread out all across the city and of course the Netherlands in general. However, it seems that it is only in Amsterdam where you don't need to show any ID or residency proof in order to go inside such establishment to smoke weed or hash. Check two boxes at once by seeing how a brewery works and also inspecting Molen de Guer, a 16th century windmill, which is Amsterdam's biggest windmill. Instead of going to the overcrowded Heineken experience, why not to see how a small local brewery operates, right? Breweries make local craft beer and has a local pub for everyone, where you can taste a local beer and also visit beer tour experience. We have all heard of Amsterdam's famous red light district, which is locally called De Wallen. It is the biggest and oldest prostitution area in the Netherlands. While prostitution is legal, window shopping in the red light district is a very popular thing to do. During the day, it's a very quiet place, and in the evening, window girls attempt to lure visitors from behind windows lit with red lights. Even you will also notice the occasional man negotiating and talking to a window girl. While red light district is not everyone's taste, but it is what makes Amsterdam famous. Just take a walk down the street and look the variety of shops and infamous cannabis cafe. Keep in mind, visitors are welcome, but taking picture is not permitted there. Next day, we went to visit the vintage and historical Dutch village Zaanse Schans. It's a perfect half-day trip from Amsterdam city center to get a glimpse of the windmill village in Amsterdam. This charming Dutch village has collection of the historical windmills, cheese and clock-making process inside the village. In this cheese factory, endless sample that you can taste as you walk through the store on your way to visit the windmills. We have never seen so many different types of Gouda in our lives. There was regular Gouda, smoked Gouda with herbs, with chilies, and even neon green Gouda with pesto. If Gouda isn't your thing, there are many other Dutch kinds of cheese as well. We happily sample a huge variety of cheeses at the cheese factory.
And sheep. Now you can see the salt is more than 1.5.
How's it?
Oh, yeah, 1.5. Yeah. What is the best? Maybe this extra old. This is the oldest. Oldest, the best. Yeah. Well, what do you?
As soon as you enter the windmill village, you will be welcomed by gorgeous greenery all around, including greenhouses and vintage windmills along the river. We have spent hours just strolling around and admiring the Dutch scenery, and also busy photographing whatever stood out to us. We had a great time in Amsterdam and it's gonna be one of the most beautiful cities we have ever been to. Hopefully Amsterdam city video can help you to get acquainted with this bikes friendly cosmopolitan city and helps you to make plan an amazing few days in Holland. So until next time, and thanks for watching.